Okay, this is the P3 paper from June 2022, and as we can see by looking at it, this is an exponentials and logs question, but more it's a logs and non-linear data question. One of these where we take this relationship and we change it into a linear relationship. In this case, we're going to be doing log 10 against t to make that happen. So it says n is equal to ab to the t. We tell you that n is the number of subscribers, t is the time in years. Looking at it all through, this first part about finding the equation of a line we can do without too much fuss. We know that it passes through those 2 points there. So if I want to work out the equation of this line here, it's just going to be of the format y equals mx plus c. If that's the case, what I need to do is I need to work out what's the gradient of this line and what's the intercept. Well, the gradient is going to be that length divided by that length, and the intercept is actually just going to be 3.08. So if we're going to do that, all I would do is I would say y equals mx plus c is my format. M is going to work out to be the gradient, which is 3.85 minus 3.08 divided by 5 minus nothing, or 5. So that works out to be 0.154. C, I can see just from the graph straight away, is 3.08. So if I want to then write that, that's y would be equal to 0.154x plus 3.08. But what did we plot against what? We plotted log 10n against t, didn't we? So 0.154 t plus 3.08. So that would be the equation of that line in the format y equals mx plus c, but using the correct variables to be able to do that. Okay, part B says, can we find a value for a and b? And remember, giving our answers to 3 significant figures. This is very, very standard. If you look at any of my other videos for these sorts of questions, I know exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm not going to take too long over it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use log rules to break this down to look similar to this, and then we'll be able to compare coefficients. So log to the base 10, simply because that's what they've given me in the question. So log to the base 10, that is equal to log to the base 10 of that. Log both sides. Here, using log rules, log 2 things multiplied together is the same as log a plus log b. B to the t, but plus log b. Now we're going to use the power rule with logs to take that one down there. So I'm going to get log 10n equals log 10a plus t log 10b. And now what I can do is a direct comparison between these two here. So if I compare coefficients, I'm going to get that the intercept log 10a is equal to 3.08, and I'm going to get that the gradient 0.154 is equal to log 10b. At this stage, once I've got that, I just need to turn the log statement into a power statement. We're using this log rule now, that if I've got that situation, then we can say that a to the power of c equals b. These 2 things you need to be able to switch between, having a power statement changing to a log, or a log changing to a power statement. So using that twice, and the first one here, we get that a equals 10 to the power of 3.08, that means that A works out to be, now it said two significant figures, so to two significant figures that's 1,200, and with the other one we get B is equal to 10 to the 0.154, and again twoing it to, sorry, three significant figures, that's three significant figures at 1,200 rounds to, is 1.43 there. So the answer to part B is simply that. On to the last part then. It says when T equals T, capital T, the number of subscribers is 500,000. Okay, see if we can find the value of T. Right, that's nice and simple. We're just basically substituting into our model, aren't we? So we've got log 10 500,000 would be equal to 0.154t plus, sorry, handwriting, plus 3.08. So t works out to be log 10 500,000, I'm just going to do it all in one go, minus the 3.08, and then when we get the answer to that, divide it by our 0.154. This is just very basic IGCSE rearranging, and t works out to be equal to 17 if we do it to two significant figures. Okay, so it didn't say anything. That's why I was just looking at that last part to see. Didn't say, so we've just done it, rounded it up to 17. Right, hopefully that makes sense for a fairly straightforward question.